You are the, what is your occupation? What is your,
You know what my occupation is. How can I help you?
you're the health records, like, top person there, correct?
All right. Yes, sir. What can I help you with?
All the fraud shit that the state of West Virginia is doing to me, all those medical records were threw away. You can put them on a CD and send them back to me, but what I'm looking for as of today is, I was entered into, the slave plantation, the fraud shop. I was entered there on 3/23/10, I think was, or 11 was the day I was put in there. I need to know the entrance and release dates. I'm going through that right now because I'm preparing papers for the House of Delegates. And I was held over 6 months, actually 7 months longer than what I was supposed to be in the fraud shop. Sharp Hospital is running a professional Social Security fraud shop and Medicaid fraud shop. There's been a totally new discovery, 2 different new discoveries that I've done so far, and I need to know the dates that I entered there and the dates I was released there, but there's major Social Security fraud going on in Sharp Hospital right now.
What was your name?
Zachary Knotts. What they're doing in Sharp Hospital to steal Social Security funds is they are signing up people on, or to steal Medicaid funds, they are signing people up on Social Security funds when they enter. I've interviewed multiple people inside Sharp Hospital right now and recorded them all. This is fraud. You're not to be able to get Social Security while you're incarcerated. I had to pay back my $34,000 of Social Security fraud that I was overpaid while incarcerated. But the state of West Virginia has not had to pay back their almost $1 million Medicaid fraud.
So you just want to know the dates you were here?
Yep, and then I'm going to want those CDs sent back to me. Because West Virginia has arrested me so many times before deadlines where they're trying to cover up this fraud shop that you are running there with being the medical records person. You know, and what they're doing too is I got some people recorded in there. They're all telling me the same thing. They're being held down, forced to be taking narcotics that's sold on the street, Ativan. That one girl said they hold her down and force her to get high where she gets dizzy and her eyes dilate. The other man got a little bit emotional, like crying tone of voice when he was telling the same thing where he was being held down, forced to take drugs. None of these people want. I sold the drugs when I got out of Sharp Hospital that I was on. The dope whores wanted it. I didn't want that trash in my body. I never will take it. Who there...
Okay, do you have something to write with, and I'll tell
yes.
you the dates you were here?
Yes, I'm ready to type right now.
Okay, the first time was March 31st, 2011.
March 31st. I don't think you're you're not right there. March 31st. Hang on a second. Let me find where to put it. 2011, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
5/23/13.
Hold up. I'm getting to a good spot here to where it needs to be. I found out in the time chart where I need to put it for the House of Delegates or the West Virginia Claims Commission. All right, 3/30. What did you say? 3/31.
3/31. 2011. To 5/23/2013.
Okay, to what was it? 5 what?
5/23/2013.
2013. Yeah. Now,
Okay, you ready? You got more.
Yep.
9/27/13.
Hold up. 9/27. All right, I'm going to drop down. 9/27/13.
13 to 1/29/14.
To 1/29/14.
Well, no, I'm sorry. 2/19/14. 9/27/13 to 2/19/14.
All right. Does it say the amount of days that I was there so I don't have to do all the math and try to look this?
No.
All right. So hang on. Let me fix one thing here. All right, from 3/31/11 to
5/23/13.
To 5/23/13, and then where did I go to from there?
I don't know. Just write these dates down first, okay?
Okay, that's what I'm doing now. Then it was 9/27/13 to
2/19/14.
All right.
Okay, then 12/29/16.
12/29/16
to 3/21/17.
Say that again. 3 what?
3/21/2017.
3/21/17. All right. Now I'm going to repeat it all again. 3/31/11 to 5/23/13, and then 9/27/13 to 2/19/14, and then the other attempt to put me as a slave was from 12/29/16 to 3/21/17.
Yes.
And everybody, that's the federal case that's going on right now, that I'm demanding $1 million. Who would not want paid $1 million for 14 months in prison, and then a persecutor tells the jury that there's no evidence, you should not be in prison? It was just a cover-up to save West Virginia $1 million, or multi-millions, on the jail injury case is what that one was about. Now, all the 3/31/11 to 5/23/13, that there was for where I was.
Coronavirus or COVID-19 pandemic. Until further notice, offices are open to provide limited, dire need, in-person services by appointment only. We will continue offering services by phone and online. Please stay on the line for an agent or visit us online at www.ssa.gov/online services. If you have questions regarding the economic impact of payment, please contact IRS at www.irs.gov/coronavirus. To hear information about the 2021 cost of living adjustment,
press or say. To ensure that you receive accurate and courteous service, your call may be monitored or recorded. Please listen to all options carefully. Our menu has recently changed. To hear field office hours and directions, press or say 4. To dial your party's extension.
What I'm going to show you here, America, is how the West Virginia government is the state of West Virginia is overtaking the federal government of the United States of America. This here is Fairmont, West Virginia Disability Office.
All of our representatives are currently busy.
And they are going to tell me that I myself cannot get my Social Security records.
Thank you for holding. Someone will assist you shortly.
This is the second thing in Marion County that has declined me services, unlike anybody else. The other one, you'll see the video right after this, where when Spectrum came to the house, they looked up and they seen the two, on the side of your house, there's 2 boxes that are like this on the line, and they said, you can have Frontier internet services here if you want. That is Frontier, them 2 boxes right there. And I was allowed to have the expensive Spectrum, but not the cheaper Frontier.
Hang up immediately and contact the Social Security Fraud Hotline at 1-800-269-0271.
And now I'm going to ask for my records. And you're going to hear that they tell me I can't have my records, only an attorney or a doctor can. Total lie. But Washington, D.C. government, you ain't got shit right now. The state of West Virginia is overruling you for fraud. When you have people like Attorney General that is married to the biggest drug dealer in the state of West Virginia, you're going to have little Pitty Annie West Virginia thinking they can overtake the federal government. And that's what it's coming to. And when you got fathers of drug lords in as judges, how the fuck are you going to get anything done right, America? Think of this. And when you've got sex offending judges, when you've got judges slinging false arrests on people who are owed millions and exposing the Social Security fraud in the way the state of West Virginia is overthrowing Washington, D.C.
Thank you for holding. We appreciate your patience.
And you got FBI agents like Ashley, I hope you're watching right now, who is a former sorority whore or a high street drunk, hoeing it up, and don't give a motherfuck about anything that the federal government is going through right now with West Virginia stealing millions of dollars a day.
For many people,
and all the slaves' names that they have, the fraud slaves. What WVU Medicine is doing. WVU Medicine should be Washington, D.C., Office of Inspector General. You should be taking WVU off of the CCM list. Certified, or CMM, whatever it is, Certified Medicaid Services. They should be cut off and not allowed to get any Medicaid, and they should be forced to pay back the medical bill. But when you have FBI agents and fathers of drug lords in the federal government cult in Clarksburg, West Virginia, you're not going to get shit done. That's why Office of Inspector General in Washington, D.C., you need to fire Ashley and remove that judge, and you need to shut down the federal fraud shop. Office of Inspector General, if you don't shut this down, can Joe Biden or his son contact some people overseas and bring them here and I start a big federal fraud operation?
The fastest and most convenient way to receive service.
Social Security office. This is Adam speaking. How may I help you?
Hi, Adam. It's me, Zachary Knox. Did you ever mail out my Social Security records to me?
No, I did not, because I wasn't supposed to, as far as I know.
So, as far as you...
I never got no request for you to, for me to mail anything to you.
So, who has to request Social Security records since you have said that I cannot do it? Who has to request them?
Well, I didn't say you couldn't do it.
Yes, you did.
If you have an attorney, I think we were speaking last time or something. Didn't you say something about an attorney or something that you had that was requesting or something?
No, I wanted my own records mailed to me so I can show everybody how that West Virginia government has overthrown Washington, D.C. and owns their bank accounts right now. WVU Medicine and the state of West Virginia have the rights to steal all the Social Security funds and all the Medicaid funds now in the United States of America. West Virginia is now the capital of the United States since it owns the Social Security funds and it owns the Medicaid funds and has the rights to steal all that it wishes.
That's all right. You don't have to go into all detail. So basically, all you got, what you need to do is you need to, you can fill out a request. It's I believe a 3328. Hold on, let me look it up here.
You're changing up your stories now, telling me that I can do it. I had to call the Morgantown office where the fools of Fairmont contacted your office and told you that I could not get them. Why did I go and send things out to Morgantown requesting my records? Is because you would not allow me.
Through Morgantown, then why are you requesting it through us again?
Because you told me I couldn't have them. You told me it had to be an attorney to get them. You told me it had to be a either an attorney or a doctor is the only ones who can get your Social Security records. I've still not got them. I want my motherfucking records to show America.
Did you you already requested through them? If you did, then they should have it.
Yeah, but now you're claiming that you never told me that I couldn't have them.
You already requested it through them. Then
Yeah, because you would not allow me.
Because what it does is recreates the wheel here. So
You started shit with me
That's fine.
because you and you and I don't remember the other one's name, but you directly told me that it had to be an attorney request my records or a doctor, because the judges who are the presidents of the United States of America now and own all the federal funds. WVU, I had to pay back, just verify it with everybody here. Did I have to pay back $34,700 and I think $48 in 2014?
The other thing I need to know is if you requested it through them.
I did, because you told me I could not do it. I called Tice in Morgantown, West Virginia. The public needs to see how that the state of West Virginia is now the capital of America and has the rights to steal all federal funds that they please in inmates' names.
If you went ahead and requested it through them, then it should be good to go. I can't tell you what their office is, or whether they're going to do it or not. I don't know what they're doing with it.
Why did you
So you'd have to call them in Morgantown.
make me go to Morgantown asking for my own records?
No, I didn't make you go to Morgantown.
You would not give me my own...
We have this discussion all day, and I'm on the phone, so I'm kind of backlogging on the phones here. So is there anything else I can help you with?
How do I get my Social Security records from you?
Well, if you've done request them through Morgantown, there's no sense. Where do you live at, Zach? Where do you actually live?
You can send it to the address that's on there.
I don't have your social in front of me to look it up. So where do you live? Do you live in Morgantown? Do you live in Fairmont? Where do you live?
Fairmont.
And what's your social?
What is my social? I'm going to pause it now.
If you
All right.
already requested it through a place, I don't know why you'd want to do it again, though. That's what I'm
Do you
getting
see?
at here.
Do you see the request was made? Do you?
No, I can't see if a request is made or not out of their office. I can't see that.
Well, I had to go there because you refused to give it up to me.
No, I didn't refuse it, Mr. Knox. No.
You told me that an attorney had to get it or a doctor had to get it, and I said that's as stupid as a bank would be to be telling a person that they can't have their own records, that it has to be an attorney or a doctor.
A lot of times it is an attorney or if a doctor requested to.
Well, I want my own records, and I had to go outside of the rulers of the Social Security funds now. Fairmont, West Virginia is the rulers. They control Social Security funds now. Why would I send something to Morgantown?
What's your phone number, Zach? What's your phone number?
304-670-7397.
Alright.
What I want you to do is just confirm.
Let me look up and see.
Confirm with the audience that I had a hearing in Morgantown, West Virginia, where I was forced to pay back my fraud the day I got out of the slave plantation. West Virginia has established a fraud slavery plantation where...
Yeah, that's fine. You don't need to go in all details, not about medical records. So,
it's not medical records, it's Social Security records. It is Social Security records. I was not to be on Social Security while I was incarcerated. They signed me up to steal federal funds since they are the capital of the United States now.
I understand, sir.
Is that right or wrong? Is that right? Is that right or wrong?
It's an opinion that I can't answer on. So what I will do is I'll look this up for you.
I got a couple other... I got a whole bunch of other brothers, cousins, neighbors that are in jail now. Can I sign them up on Social Security and be their payees? Can I be their payees while they're incarcerated? Yes or no? Can I have a couple friends in jail.
If you were requested through a place, I don't know why you'd want to do it again, though. That's what I'm
Do you see the request was made? Do you...
No, I can't see if a request is made or not out of their office. I can't see see that.
Well, I had to go there because you refused to give it up to me.
No, I didn't refuse it, Mr. Knox. No.
You told me that an attorney had to get it or a doctor had to get it, and I said that's as stupid as a bank would be to be telling a person that they can't have their own records, that it has to be an attorney or a doctor.
A lot of times it is an attorney or if a doctor requested to.
Well, I want my own records, and I had to go outside of the rulers of the Social Security funds now. Fairmont, West Virginia is the rulers. They control Social Security funds now. Why would I send something to Morgantown?
What's your phone number, Zach? What's your phone number?
304-670-7397.
Alright.
What I want you to do is just confirm.
Let me look up and see.
Confirm with the audience that I had a hearing in Morgantown, West Virginia, where I was forced to pay back my fraud the day I got out of the slave plantation. West Virginia has established a fraud slavery plantation where...
Yeah, that's fine. You don't need to go in all detail. Not about medical records. So,
it's not medical records. It's Social Security records. It is Social Security records. I was not to be on Social Security while I was incarcerated. They signed me up to steal federal funds since they are the capital of the United States now.
I understand, sir.
Is that right or wrong? Is that right? Is that right or wrong?
It's an opinion that I can't answer on. So what I will do is I'll look this up for you.
I got a couple other... I got a whole bunch of other brothers, cousins, neighbors that are in jail now. Can I sign them up on Social Security and be their pay?
If you want to request it through a place, I don't know why you'd want to do it again. That's what I'm
Do you see the request was made?
No, I can't see if a request is made or not out of their office. I can't see that.
Well, I had to go there because you refused to give it up to me.
No, I didn't refuse it, Mr. Knox. No.
You told me that an attorney had to get it or a doctor had to get it, and I said that's as stupid as a bank would be to be telling a person that they can't have their own records, that it has to be an attorney or a doctor.
A lot of times it is an attorney or if a doctor requested to.
Well, I want my own records, and I had to go outside of the rulers of the Social Security funds now. Fairmont, West Virginia is the rulers. They control Social Security funds now. Why would I send something to Morgantown?
What's your phone number, Zach? What's your phone number?
304-670-7397.
Alright.
What I want you to do is just confirm.
Let me look up and see.
Confirm with the audience that I had a hearing in Morgantown, West Virginia, where I was forced to pay back my fraud the day I got out of the slave plantation. West Virginia has established a fraud slavery plantation where...
Yeah, that's fine. You don't need to go in all detail. Not about medical records. So,
it's not medical records. It's Social Security records. It is Social Security records. I was not to be on Social Security while I was incarcerated. They signed me up to steal federal funds since they are the capital of the United States now.
I understand, sir.
Is that right or wrong? Is that right? Is that right or wrong?
It's an opinion that I can't answer on. So what I will do is I'll look this up for you.
I got a couple other... I got a whole bunch of other brothers, cousins, neighbors that are in jail now. Can I sign them up on Social Security and be their payees? Can I be their payees while they're incarcerated? Yes or no? I have a couple friends in jail now. Can I be their payees while they're incarcerated?
That's up to them. It's not up to me.
So now in the capital of America, you can get Social Security while you're incarcerated. You can do it. You're just stating it's up to them. So now the capital of America has made it. You've heard it.
If you've been incarcerated, I don't think you can get Social Security. I know you can't get SSI the first month, but you have to find and convicted. So once you're fined and convicted, you're not going to be able to receive Social Security.
So wait, hold up. The capital of America can now take people in jail and sign them up on Social Security in order to get them on Medicaid. Is that correct? That's what you just said right there. You're saying it's not unlawful to do this now.
So anyhow, let me check for you. I'm not going to sit there and argue on the phone all day when I get the phones back, but I will check for you on this, and then I will be back with you, all right?
Okay.
Have a great day.
Bye. Why not call Morgantown back and ask them where proof of the fraud that the capital of America is now doing?
Thank you for calling the Morgantown Social Security Office.
The Social Security Administration is taking steps to protect the public and our /coronavirus. To hear information about the 2021 cost of living adjustment,
Press or say 1 to continue with your call. To ensure that you receive accurate and courteous service, your call may be monitored or recorded. Please listen to all options carefully. Our menu has recently changed. To hear field office hours and directions, press or say. Please hold. We're looking forward to talking to you. All of our representatives are currently busy. When call volumes are high, your wait time may be up to 15 minutes to speak to a representative. Thank you for holding. Someone will assist you shortly. Please remember to have handy your Social Security number and any recent mail that we may have sent you. Having this information will help us serve you better. If you want to file for retirement, disability, or spousal benefits, please remember that you have the choice of applying online. For more information about Social Security, including forms and a complete list of online services, please visit us online at www.socialsecurity.gov.
please be aware of scammers impersonating Social Security employees over the phone. Scammers are using threatening language to try and obtain your information. If you suspect you have been scammed, hang up immediately and contact the Social Security Fraud Hotline at 1-800-269-0271.
Hi, are you in Morgantown, West Virginia?
Yes, I am.
Is Tice there?
Yes, he is. Hold on, please.
extension 2.
It is not possible to transfer you at this time.
All right. What was your name again?
My name is Marla McCauley.
What's the place you work at called? Is it called just the Morgantown Social Security Office, or are you in a certain part of it?
Nope, it's just Morgantown Social Security Office.
All right. Do you see where I sent a letter in requesting all my records? I mailed it to Tice.
Okay, so you would need to talk to him.
Well, I got a couple questions for you. In America, when you're incarcerated, are you allowed to be on SSI or disability?
You're not allowed to receive checks.
Why is it that, and wait, what was the date where I had the hearing, and what day did I get notified on? Can you pull up my record? When did I get signed on Social Security? Please tell the date of that. It would be near 2000, near 3.
When did you get signed on? What does that mean? When you were entitled to benefits?
Yeah, 320. No, yeah, near like 323 or 330, 2010.
Your date of entitlement to benefits was September of 2011.
September of 2011, okay. And I was arrested, everybody, 9/30/10. And what day did I get approved to be on Social Security? You'd say it again?
September 2011.
September 2011. And what day did I get the notification? I was released from incarceration on... Who signed me up? Can you see that on the record there? Who signed...
No, I cannot.
Okay, see, that's the records that I asked to be mailed to me. And where I need them, I'm going to have them emailed to me, because West Virginia right now is intercepting my mail because they do not want this to be seen. They do not want to, the people that are maybe right across the street from you, WVU Medicine, is incarcerating, holding people hostage, signing them up on Social Security funds to get the state of West Virginia's Medicaid funds and steal it all, and all these victims' names that are being held right now hostage for fraud in the state of West Virginia. Okay, what day did I got out of incarceration? In 2014. What day was I notified that I had to pay all that money, all my fraud back? What day was that one?
Your fraud.
Yeah, I was overpaid how much? $34,748 maybe? If you go into 2014 or 15 or something like that is when I got that notification. It was right after, it was either the day I got out of the fraud plantation, the slave plantation West Virginia has established for federal fraud. West Virginia is enslaving hundreds of humans, stealing money.
Okay. Sir, I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, well,
I
please.
can answer particular questions about your
Well, if you scroll down,
I do not see any of that. I'm sorry.
Please scroll down to the 2014 dates, however the computer looks. If you go into the 2014s or 15s, you'll see where I had a hearing in Morgantown, and the judge or whatever, what are they called? Are they called Social Security judges? What are those people called? Administrators? I don't know. And do you see that paper right there?
What paper?
The one that says I have to pay back $34,700 and some dollars. It was an order.
No, I do not see that.
Please find that order right there. It's there somewhere. Maybe under court records or I don't know. I'm trying to give you an idea what to look for. It might have been 2006. No, it wouldn't have been. It was in 2014. Near.
I don't see anything like that. I'm sorry.
Tice told me it was there. Can he see different things than you can? Don't tell me that West Virginia has hacked the federal Social Security records to delete that order. The order is there. Tice, seen it?
$32,615.
$32,000?
$615.30.
Why did I have to pay that back? Why does the order say that? $32,600. I was off a little bit. $34,000.
You mean why were you overpaid?
Yeah, why does
you were
it...
in prison.
Oh. See, America, thank you so much, ma'am. What is your name again?
Milo McCauley.
Mylan McCauley. I need all them records emailed to me.
Okay, I cannot do that. You have to talk to Mr. Tice about that.
WVU...
I can transfer...
Did you know, though? Did you hear the new news that West Virginia is now the capital of the United States of America because they control the federal funds? They control Medicare. They can steal Medicare funds. They can steal Social Security funds. West Virginia is now the capital of the United States of America because they control all the currency of this country. Is federal Social Security fraud legal in any other states in the United States of America?
Okay, I'm going to transfer you over to Mr. Tice.
Okay, very good. Thank you for answering all the questions, though. Hey, father of the drug lords in federal court, can you give me some heroin from your son-in-law? Can you give me some pills from your daughter? Attorney General of West Virginia, when you're listening to this, will you please talk to your wife?
Calling the Social Security Administration. This is Mr. Nathan Tice. Telephone number 86.
He ain't been in all day today. But Attorney General of the state of West Virginia, you know, the Secretary of the State told me to call you. You got to call the Attorney General if you need help like that. So they're Attorney General of the state of West Virginia. I need some pills for that I can be selling on the streets and make some money. Can you please talk to your wife and we'll negotiate a good deal? I got a couple stacks of $100 bills laying here that I'll come down and buy some off your wife for cheap, just like you go to Sam's Club and get cheaper things. Maybe me and your wife can work out some deals here, Attorney General Patrick Morrissey. And we will go into the drug dealing game just like the federal judges are. And then child porn. Attorney General of West Virginia. Child pornography. I know that you are buying child porn off the judge who makes it out of foster children. I don't want your child porn videos. I get enough sex as is. But can we work out a drug dealing deal, Attorney General? Social Security fraud, America, is legal in the United States. And you will hear the judge say in the next video after this about how she is trying to put me back into the fraud plantation where hundreds of humans are held hostage right now being drugged with what Joe Manchin forges his daughter's degree to earn $13 to $19 million a year. She makes all the pills. The Attorney General of West Virginia's wife distributes the pills to all the places once they pick it up in trucks from Joe Manchin's daughter's factory that she recently quit from. And that piece of shit, dirty bitch there, my neighbor delivered pizza to her, 20 or 50 pizzas, I can't remember, it was a whole bunch of them, and she only gave him $2. That dirty bitch makes $19 million a year and gave a pizza delivery man for Papa John's $2. You see how dirty and sick these motherfuckers are? But Social Security fraud, America, is legal right now. White House, when you hear this, are you going to do anything? And OIG, you heard it yourself. OIG.gov, you heard the woman tell the truths. Now, I'm going to call in and prove they've already intercepted mail at the one house I was at and would not let mail come there anymore. And now,
Social Security office.
my mom has said in 2 weeks that there's only been like 2 envelopes come for me, and that's unheard of. I usually have a stack of mail 5 inches high in that amount of time.
Dire need in-person by
I'll try to get Tice on here one more time, but you're hearing it all, America. I had to pay back my $32,000, but they don't. But WVU Medicine, who is the Surgeon General of the United States of America now. They don't have to pay back their fraud that they made in my name, but I have to pay back my fraud. And you think of the hundreds of victims who are slaves there right now in this whole operation that West Virginia is running, since West Virginia is over top of the FBI. West Virginia is over top of all the Social Security funds. West Virginia is over top of all the Medicaid funds. West Virginia is over top the United States Constitution. West Virginia is over the freedom of press. West Virginia is over the 13th Amendment, slavery. West Virginia is dominating America right now. There is no such thing as Washington, D.C. being the leader of the United States of America. It is officially the state of West Virginia with the fraud operations they are running here. China, do not contact the president anymore about any funds, anything. You are to contact 304-558-2000, or for the executive bank accessing people of America, you are to contact 304-558-2400 to get any monies you needed. If there's any Al-Qaeda, Jihad, ISIS members here who are wanting to kidnap Americans and steal from the United States of America, you are to come here and set up shop. I've been saying it over and over. It's what is going on, and you're hearing the facts yourself. Social Security fraud is 100% legal. And you will hear the FBI where Ashley, OIG.gov, Ashley.
Social Security, Mrs. McCauley.
Hey Macaulay, is Tice out today, or is his line not working, or phone dead, or what? He's not answered 3 times today.
Well, he probably is busy right now.
Does it
He can't answer every time people call.
Okay. Well, how I said in that thing it could be emailed to me. I want to show the whole public. 400 and some people are going to be notified about our conversation, and I want to show them the documents underneath to prove it.
Alrighty.
So can you email it to me and just get it over with?
We don't email medical records, I can tell you.
I've already put my medical records out there for everybody to see the fraud that WVU Medicine did, the fake.
Yeah.
I want people seeing this.
If you live in Fairmont, you have to request your medical records from them.
That is not true. They just told me in a conversation I got recorded that they cannot release them because I've already put in a request that you release them. They told me I could not have my medical records. Adam said I am not allowed to have any Social Security records. It has to be an attorney asking, and Adam said that it has to be a doctor asking, that I am not allowed to ask for my own records. And he said since I requested it from you, I am not authorized, permitted for him to be giving it.
Okay.
I want these records. What?
If he's not permitted to give them to you, we wouldn't be permitted either.
Tice, you are permitted. West Virginia officials have contacted them and told him not to release them because they're trying to cover up this entire thing, and that's what I'm trying to prove. I want the Social Security fraud that you admitted to on the telephone. I want it underneath of this video so people can click on it and go and see it. The truth of it.
Thank you very much.
Alright, is there any supervisor there that I can talk to about this whole thing and asking them where they're at? He told me...
Sorry, there isn't.
I don't have... Do you see where it was mailed out? He said... Somebody told me yesterday it was.
No, I wouldn't be able to see that.
Can anybody go in any Social Security place in the country and withdraw their records? Or is Social Security only in the capital of the United States, West Virginia? Does Social Security not exist anywhere else in America? To my knowledge, it does. So am I allowed to go into another Social Security office and withdraw them? Or does it have to be in the capital of the United States, Fairmont, in Morgantown, West Virginia?
No, you can request them from another office. Doesn't mean that they'll give them to
Well,
you.
see, that's controversy, hypocritical with what you're saying. You're saying that Fairmont said...
I said if Fairmont can't give them to you, neither would Morgantown be able to do that.
So my Social Security, the President of the United States, which is maybe the governor of the capital, West Virginia, he controls my Social Security records. How do you get your own records from Social Security?
I don't think that you can do that. You would have to have an attorney or a medical doctor to do that for you.
That's a total lie. Tice said I can write a letter requesting it myself. And
doesn't mean it'll be approved.
Who can approve it? I want to talk to that person who can approve the fraud.
We can
Send me to the manager, please.
fraud.
What?
We don't have a manager. I'm sorry.
Who? There's got to be a manager, administrator, something of your particular office.
No, we don't have anybody available to talk to you right now.
Who is the administrator? Manager.
We don't have an administrator.
Alright, see, America, they're trying to cover it up. Somebody's got to be the boss. If somebody's in the corner sexually harassing somebody, if somebody's beating somebody up, if somebody's causing problems, you got to go to somebody. Are you really trying to fool me in the audience or make yourself look like a fool? Which one are you trying to do? There's got to be a boss. Unless you're proclaiming to be the administrator.
I'm not an administrator.
Okay, well, who is? Since one doesn't exist. See the fraud, America, that they're trying to cover up for their partners of fraud across the street? WVU Medicine, which is the U.S. Surgeon General.
I have another message that I have to get. I'm on public lines and I can't be...
Well, if you are on public lines, where's my public records my personal records that I want the public to see? How do I get them? Why will you not give them up? Tell the WhiteHouse.gov website why you will not give them up. Tell the OIG, Office of Inspector General's office, why you will not give up my Social Security records.
Okay, we'll tell them, okay? Thank you very much.
Okay, we'll see if anything happens. Alright, can you hear me real good?
I can hear you.
Alright, where am I calling right now?
Fairmont Social Security office.
And your name's Ryan?
My last name is Ryan, yes.
Okay. My Social Security records, how do you get your hands on them? I need you to look up my Social Security records. I'm going to give you my Social Security number. Can you do that?
What is your Social Security number?
Alright, pausing. Yeah, I had a hearing in Morgantown, West Virginia, and I just need to know the date of that hearing.
Okay.
Who can go in and delete Social Security records? Who can do that? Can anybody in your office remove that stuff? Or do you have to be like
No.
Washington, D.C. level?
We wouldn't be able to delete anything. As a claims representative, I don't have that kind of access.
Yeah, who does? Like, who has that?
I don't know who would have that authorization.
Is there a minute? Go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, I was just saying I don't know who would have that level of authorization. I don't know that.
Okay. Well, if you find it there, it'll be okay. If you find it, it would have been in the 2014 range somewhere.
You're just asking me the date of your hearing that was in Morgantown.
Yeah.
That I can give you.
Yeah? Is there an administrator in your office or a manager? What are they called? Supervisor?
We have a manager, yes.
Okay. Who is that one?
Her name is Mrs. Uphold.
Alright. Well, I'll speak to her after you. Because those are the most two important papers I want. Is the one you're looking for now. And I turned in the release papers from Morgantown because Adam in your office told me that I could not have my own records. It had to be in
Well, I don't know what... Well, it depends on what records you're asking about, Mr. Knott. Are you asking for medical records?
for medical examinations that were done by Social Security?
I don't even know who the medical... I don't know who did them and all. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Because Sharp Hospital is coding people wrong to steal more Medicaid funds. You know as well as I do, and any human on this earth does, if you had an injury 11 years previously, you're already released from hospitalization, released from rehab. You don't go back into rehab for something 11 years later. But West Virginia has a big racketeering fraud business going on, and that's what I'm trying to expose to the public. And it has to do with Social Security fraud. And so that's what I'm trying to get is that date right there. I want the paper.
I thought you were talking about a hearing as far as your disability decision.
It is where they said in order to pay something back. What day was a paper sent out that says you have to pay back $32,000 some dollars of Social Security fraud? My big argument is WVU Medicine is not having to pay back their $818,000 of fraud that they made in my name illegally with no record, no consent to see me. And I had to pay back my Social Security fraud. They are stealing Social Security funds in hundreds of other humans' names and Medicaid funds. And I am trying to be the light of the darkness and get this shut down because the people there are being tortured every day by WVU Medicine. And judges right now are trying to sentence me there for fraud right now.
I don't see where your medical decision that was made on your disability case was ever done at a hearing level.
It was done in Morgantown. See, now all of a sudden it's all gone. That Tice, he has not answered.
I see your records back. I see your records from when you initially applied for disability in 2008.
Okay, well here's another way to beat what the dirty West Virginia government that is infiltrating the federal systems. Here's another way to prove it. What did my disability rate start off at when I first was getting it? Wasn't it like $1,128 a month or something?
I'm not looking at that part of the system. I'm looking at, you had mentioned that you had a hearing. I was trying to find the date that you had a hearing. I don't see that your disability was ever decided at a hearing level.
Morgantown is, I'm going to tell now where I know where that office is in Morgantown. It's right across the street from Health South. In that area over there, that's where I had to go to for a hearing there. Who ordered me to pay it all back? So what I need to do is, can you look up when I first got on it?
Okay, Mr. Knox, let me.
There's two things I'm going to ask for now that you are not able to find the outcome of that order. Since the Inspector General's office of the state of West Virginia has infiltrated the federal governments, because that's what I've been wanting to get from Tice, and Tice said he mailed it out. Never have got it. So what I'm asking you to do is please look up the payment rates from when I first got on it. How much was it a month? And then tell me in 2014 how it dropped down to what level. Are you still there?
I'm here.
All right. They think I'm stupid, and they think they can hide it all. I think they can hide it all.
So you initially filed for disability on your Title II Social Security disability. Looks like the filing was in September of 2008. That's when you filed.
No, it was 2011. The other lady at the other office just said 2011.
That's when you were entitled.
Entitled. What is that? What's the difference? What does that mean?
Because when you first applied, you weren't eligible, and then you go back here.
Just tell me the 2011 day. It was 9/2011. 2008's completely wrong. I was out there making big money on ships. I was not even on it back then. I need you to go to 2011. It was 9/2011. I got Morgantown saying that in the last voice conversation. It was 2011.
And you want to know what your monthly amount was?
Yep, in 2011, how much was my, in September of 2011, how much was my payments?
Okay. Your monthly payment for October of 2011 was $1,151.
Okay, 1,151. And then what month did it fall down into the 900s?
Well, it's. Do you want me to give you that payment? I can tell you what the payment history will go through it.
Okay.
Starts with October of 2011, 1151.
Okay, wait, hold up. 10, 3, 10, or 10, 3, 11?
10, 3, 11.
10, 3, 11, okay, and that was 1,151. Now, if you skip ahead
It changed in January of 2012 to 1,192.
1,192? Okay.
And in January of 2013, it was 1,212.
1,212? And that's in 2013, right?
Yes.
Okay, then the next year it dropped down.
Well, wait a minute. There's changes in between there. Do you want all the changes or not?
Sure.
Then in September of 2013, you became eligible for Medicare.
Okay.
Medicare started taking $104.90 for Medicare Part B.
104.
So your premium or your monthly benefit amount in September of 13 was $1,107.
1,107. Okay, and then?
Yeah, it was still $1,212 was your payment, but then they began to take $104.90 out of that for.
But then I turned around and went to the DHHR, and they started paying the Part D.
Well, that's later on. There's other things in between here.
Okay.
So, January of 14, your payment was before anything came out, was $1,230.
1,230. 1,000.
Yes, that was January of 2014. Your monthly amount that you got was $1,126.
Okay.
And then there was a suspension.
A suspension. Oh, there you go. A suspension.
That suspension was
Go ahead.
in March of 2014. Your benefits were suspended.
March 2014, my benefits was suspended. Suspended for what reason, please tell me? Did all of a sudden I get all the way to better, or all of a sudden I walked out of Sharp Hospital where I was not needed for Medicaid or Medicare fraud anymore?
I'm looking at your payment history. I can't tell you that from the screen that I'm looking at. The only thing I can tell you is dates and dollars.
Okay, well,
I can't tell you any more than that.
So now there's no proof as to why in 2014 it dropped down to what, or it was suspended for how long?
It looks like your payment then it started back again. You started receiving payments in May of 2015.
Okay, and who shut it off? Did I all of a sudden say one day, hey, I don't want no $1,200 a month. How dare you give that to me? Did I do that? or did a judge in Morgantown, West Virginia do it for documents that are now missing from the Social Security Department? Who did it? Come on now. Who's going to go out there and say, I don't want no $1,200 no more. You're not to give me that. Go away. Nobody's going to do that. The judge did it when I was released from Sharp Hospital in 2014. So what I need is the day of that decision. How did it get shut off? What made it get shut off?
Well, then I have to look. That's not something that I can just answer at the drop of a hat. There's other things that I have to look at in your record to determine what caused your benefits to stop.
Was possibly my bank account too full and couldn't hold no more money? Is that what maybe the issue was? I don't know.
I'm trying to, I'm losing patience.
All right, well then please go to the other places. I'm just trying to make a joke out of it, Where's the other places you can look to?
Well, I'm sorry, sir, but
you've done good. At least you gave the truth of it all.
Your version and what's actually true are probably very far apart, but that's neither here nor there.
I was incarcerated is why it was cut off. I had to pay back the $32,000, and I need you to find the date that document happened on, please. I'll say thank you when you do.
We've narrowed it down that this was that this was in 2014 that it was stopped.
I bet it's at the end of March.
Let me find the letter or the notice that would have been sent to you at that time.
Okay. What kind of section do you have to go to look for that one?
I'm looking at all the correspondence that I can find that was sent to you from. I've asked for it from 2010 up through the current date.
Okay. It was right in 2014 where I got the paper, either the day I got out of Sharp Hospital or as soon as I got home from the fraud.
Zach, here's a letter dated March 10th of 2014.
March 10th, hey, that's the same day I got arrested, the same day I was beat on, the 10th, the same day I was arrested in 2000, last year, 19, the 10th, the same day that they send, all the numbers are corresponding, that amazes me. Anyways, go ahead and say what the letter says, please read it.
Okay, this is one we sent to you that, it was in response to a request for waiver that you had submitted, so I need to go back further than that.
Oh yeah, where I tried to get out of paying back my fraud by writing a letter asking for it, maybe, I don't know. That's for the kind of stuff I want right there. Everybody, you want to go to, all you prisoners from out of state and stuff, hospitals from out of state, you might want to get into this whole Social Security fraud, Medicaid fraud operation like the state of West Virginia is doing, this major racketeering business. Because federal agents in the field office of Clarksburg, West Virginia, Ashley Aldridge, she has no care about Social Security fraud, Medicaid fraud, kidnapping, hostage situations, drug charges. She has no cares of any of that. Because she's watching me right now, and she sees that this is involved. So, Office of Inspector General, or OIG.gov, are you really going to let FBI people in their state that are allowing this kind of stuff to go on right here, fraud to this magnitude? OIG, the West Virginia OIG knows all about this. I'll have the papers underneath of this video eventually. She said they're in the mail. And I will show how I've turned it in there. I've turned it in the West Virginia Medical Board. I've turned it in everywhere. And now it's going to Washington, D.C. For viewers watching, Social Security fraud and Medicaid fraud will be legal in your states if they don't do anything. Just pull up this video and say, hey, it's all going on there. Why can't I do it? This is the United States. And now that West Virginia has become the capital of America, authorizing all this fraud, it is legal.
Mr. Knotts, if you're making a video and you're trying to twist information that you're asking...
There is no information being twisted. It is the truth. Everything we are saying is the truth. That's why.
No, it is not. I won't be part of it. I'm ending the conversation.
Please pull up that video, or please...
Shut off. You know what? I'm not being part of it. This
all right.
Is not...
I'm just gonna...
No.
I'm gonna... I just need to know the date. That's all I'm looking for.
What you're doing is not true.
What?
You are so twisting what's going...
I was kidnapped. A persecutor that did this to me cried to me in apology when I got out of my 3 years of false imprisonment. He sobbed, wiped his eyes, crying, apologizing to me as he was a magistrate. Because he knew what he did was wrong. He knew.
That has nothing to do with these letters to you from Social Security that you're trying to...
Well, they all know how they're running the system. I would be on a ship right now if I could.
Mr. Knotts, I'm sorry, but, you know...
Please just tell the date. I'll shut up. Please tell the date. Please tell the date. I will shut up and wait on you. I'll pause it and wait until you come back with that date.
Okay, I found the hearing document that you were talking about.
Okay, thank you.
October 24th, 2014.
24th. All right, hold up right there. Let me write that down. October 24th. And 2010 is when it was shut off. Or wait, no, wait. March 10th, 2014 is the day it was shut off. But then there was a hearing on October 4th where they were deciding whether to continue shutting it off or turn it back on.
I don't know what this hearing was about, but you look at it to see.
Can you see the order? What is the order? Will say that I had to pay it back. If you can just read that order, please.
Because the issue is whether the claimant qualifies for a waiver of the overpayment as defined under Section 204 of the Social Security Act. Adjustment or recovery of the overpayment shall be waived if the claimant is without fault, and adjustment of recovery would defeat the purpose of the Act. Okay. Now, and if you want this decision, I'll be happy to mail you this hearing decision. You can have it again. It was...
Yeah, that, and then the one where... are you still there?
I'm here.
The proof, the day I got it, which if you go back was in September of 2011, where I got approved. And the sign-up paper, are you allowed to see that one, or where is that at? what day was I signed up on it? Because I was approved 9/3/11. I had to have been signed up in between March 2010 and the September. I was signed up in that time because what happened was I was beat in jail with pain for the rest of my life. On 10/10/10 is the day I was beat. West Virginia knew that I was beat by a guard who came in my cell after lockdown and beat me to where I couldn't even walk. I was in there alone and he did that, and they knew, oh my, we're going to get sued. We got to false imprison him somehow. We're going to keep this terroristic threat charge with no evidence, no nothing. We got to find a way to put him away, and they're doing this with lots of people, holding them in there doing the same practices, and they knew that I was not on disability and Medicaid.
Please stick to the...
Okay, well, I'm just telling you a background so you know yourself.
Well, you know what? Okay,
What are you looking for now? What part? The time of sign up.
This is what I've offered. Now, the address on this hearing decision that it was mailed to was 1050 Westview Drive in Fairmont.
Yeah, that's where I send all the mail to. But that's not what I was looking for. The last little tiny thing to get proof of is the time when I was signed up. That paper there, it might be in the medical section maybe. It was in near September. No, it was near March 2011. March of 2011. Yeah, March of 2011. It would be in between March and September.
Here's an application. There's an application. I've got these in order of date.
Yeah, perfect.
November 22nd, 2010.
11/22 of 2010. And who, do you see a fax number on there or a department name?
No, this is an application summary for disability insurance benefits. So this is a summary of a disability application that you filed.
And how did that one there come in? That's what I'm curious of, is how did it get there?
I can't tell you. I can't tell you that. I'm looking at the correspondence that we've sent to you.
All right. Well,
this was a summary that we sent to you.
Oh, this is a summary. Okay.
Your application. That's another.
That would be back a little bit farther.
It looks like I said, the application was completed on November 22nd. We talked with you and completed your application for Social Security benefit.
Okay.
Stored this information electronically. So there is an electronic record of your application for disability.
Okay, and
November 22nd, 2010.
And then when did they brought me papers while I was in? Okay, 11/22/10. That's where I couldn't walk or anything at the time. But then after that right there, something happened after that day there, in between November of 2010 and in September. There was another, I was not on it at the time. Back in 2010, they re-signed me up for it.
It looks like it appears that it may have been denied because then here we completed a request for reconsideration.
Who sent that that's what it was, the reconsideration. That's what they did with, that's where Sharp Hospital social worker brought me the papers and said, here, sign up for disability. We need you to sign up. Because I did not have Medicaid or anything like that.
Okay. So that was, reconsideration was filed April 25th of 2011.
Okay, perfect. Perfect. 4/25/2011. While I was incarcerated, West Virginia University Medicine, where they put me into the hospital, other West Virginia representatives signed me up on the reconsideration papers to get me disability while incarcerated so that they could steal Medicaid funds in my name. Thank you very much for listening and complying and getting it all
Now,
together?
that is completely untrue. You would have had to have signed the papers. Nobody could sign for you.
And I was incarcerated. He brought them to me. How was I, while incarcerated?
And if you signed them, then nobody, you know, you're twisting.
He told me I had to. I'm not twisting anything. I am not twisting anything. He brought me the papers.
You are.
He brought me the papers. I was in there. I lived the life. I was incarcerated. A social worker named David Ferrari or something carried me those papers and said, here, we need you to sign up on disability. We need to do this paperwork here. And he brought them to me. I signed them. And they were faxed to you from there.
But that's not what you just said.
What did I sign?
What you just said into your video or whatever you're doing.
WVU Medicine put me there.
Signed you up for something.
They did.
You signed the papers requesting disability.
And
You're trying to turn this around and make
No, I'm not.
Everybody else is this huge conspiracy thing.
Oh my gosh.
You're so full of crap, it's ridiculous.
WVU Medicine sentenced me there. I was in there. I was not on disability at the time. I was denied. He said I was denied. And then they brought out the papers again. He said right there, 4/25/11. I was brought there into Sharp Hospital on 3/23, and then 3/30 is when the whole false imprisonment thing started.
Mr. Knotts, I'm not getting involved in all your accusations.
It's not accusations, it's factual things. It is factual.
You know what?
Factual.
You know what? I'm not gonna partake in it.
You misunderstood.
If you want to request your records, if you want to request all the correspondence, Social Security,
I do. I've already done it.
Then
I've not got them.
By letter, by mail, request copies of the correspondence. That's different from your medical records. There's a whole lot of different records within Social
Well, what I'm trying to get out of there is the proof that I was coded wrong. That's the kind of proof I'm looking for right there. They're coding people wrong to steal funds, period. This is going on. Please go to my website. I did a bunch of cleanup on my website called wvcourtcorruption.com. You can go there and see the fraud that they are doing. And then I'm going to get the medical codes out and stuff and show how they are coding people wrong to steal more funds. This is going on. Please go to that page 95 of the demonic transcripts. And in the next video, you're going to see that dirty witch in Kanawha County say that she's going to put an arrest warrant on me so I can go to WVU Medicine, be hauled there, and then they'll check a box and put me in there for the rest of my life in the fraud operation. This is serious business that they're doing to humans, innocent humans. None of them have been diagnosed. They are all being held there by WVU Medicine. WVU Medicine is sentencing all these innocent humans. None of them have been convicted by we the people. They are convicted by WVU Medicine doctors, is how they get into Sharp Hospital. You've got to read up and study what I'm putting out there on WVCourtCorruption.com. Thank you.
That's not my...
Well, can you contact... Who do you contact about Social Security fraud? That's the final question. Who do you report it to? And I'm going to do it.
Social Security's Office of Inspector General.
Okay, because right now they're holding multiple other people in there. They're putting guardian ad litem's on them with WVU Medicine representatives and the local sheriff's departments. Once they get appointed a guardian ad litem, as you will hear the one man say that he never had one, and they're trying to put one on him because the sheriff's department is taking $500 of every person that's like that there, of their Social Security monies, and giving it back to the racketeering business called Sharp Hospital. This is true business going on. You're going to hear the conversations, and you're going to see the documents. Go to my YouTube channel and sign up. NUTTY space NUTTS. Thank you for your time and truthfulness that you gave in dates. And I'll show the arrest record. I'll have that page posted right there. And then I'll have the release date.
I'm going to tell you this.
While I was incarcerated. Bye.
Listen to me very carefully.
And you made it clear that on 4/25/11...
Listen to me very carefully.
If I'm in a cage, how am I going to get papers? They brought them to me and signed me up so they could steal Medicaid funds. Thank you. Bye. I'm good.
Listen to me very carefully.
Write a letter asking for all this.
I'm going to tell you this. If my name or my voice wind up...
What's freedom of press? It's going there. It's going there.
Any other...
Freedom of press.
No, it is not.
You got to think about what I'm doing. I'm trying to set...
I will have you arrested.
No, you will not. I've done nothing wrong.
I will have you incarcerated.
Well, too bad it's going there. I'm trying to get all the slaves free who are going through this same fraud.
Well, you know what?
Somebody's got to try to set these slaves free. These people are abused every day.
As part of your crazy shenanigans.
West Virginia, instead of beating the slaves with whips...
I have all of your personal information. I will be filing an arrest warrant for you if you don't stop.
And you will lose your job if you do that, because OIG.gov is going to hear it. So just shut up's your best bet.
You do not have my permission. You do not have my permission.
I don't care. I got what I want. Well, you don't have my permission to hold back my records and not give them up like Adam said you would not give them out. Just like Frontier, in the next video you will see Frontier could not give me phones or internet service, but Comcast could, which is more expensive. Comcast people showed up at my house and said, you can get Frontier here. Those two little boxes right there on the line means that you can get Frontier service here. West Virginia is trying to infiltrate, since it is now the capital of the United States of America, it's infiltrating Social Security, not releasing records. You're telling me I can write a letter, but I called Adam. I wouldn't have wrote Morgantown letters, who doesn't know me, in trying to get the records, if Fairmont would have gave them up. But Fairmont is trying to cover up the whole thing because West Virginia is the capital of the United States right now. It controls Medicaid, it controls Social Security.
You really do need to get someone to help you, because
I'm trying to do it by myself, and I'm arrested 14 times in 1 year because of these dirty bastards trying to cover up the fraud operation.
Yes or not?
They are trying to cover up the fraud, is why I'm arrested before every deadline by senior bank defenders at WVU Medicine. They want to keep enslaving humans for fraud. Thank you. Bye.
Well, this isn't going anywhere.
I know. Well, I'm going to write you a letter and address it to your name, and we're going to see if I get a response in the mail.
And you're going to get, you know what you're going to get from me? You're going to get the policy that says that I'm not allowed to release your records to you. That's exactly what you're going to get.
How are you to get your... Why did Tyson, Morgantown, West Virginia, tell me I can have records, but your office tells me no?
He obviously didn't. Well, then he didn't look at the policy. If he told you he would send you your records. Call Mr. Tice back.
Why am I allowed to walk in there and get them, but you can't mail them to me? What's up with that?
Because we're working remotely. There's no way for any to use your records.
I get emails every day. You can go to the Google Drive, and then you can copy that. Only I can see them. Only I can see them.
We don't have that capability to send them to you from home.
Well, you got to get them somehow, but we don't need them. We got the conversation that everything's true. Bye.
You know what? I'm telling.
That's it. Goodbye.